Pretty pissed off. Pretty angry. I mean, I guess you guys like that I'm doing this thing, right? Just shooting random videos in my car. And then, on my phone. And then I put it on YouTube. And then Juju plays it. And at least dozens of you watch it. So I'm, like, famous, right? I wanted to do this now at 5:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because I was watching Fox News, The Five. I like that show. And a topic came up, and it was just like bang, like right in the brain. I'm like, yeah, that's what they want to hear JB talk about. Because sometimes I'm a little silly, and sometimes I get a little bit out there. But the topic of the video is television is not entertainment. It's a weapon. The controllers of the planet never give us, the plebes, anything unless it's a part of their ultimate plan. So what television accomplished, from my research at least, because I'm too young to have lived through it personally, is, back in the 40s and 50s, you would see, kids playing outside and, everyone going out and doing things and and, neighborhoods would come together and have barbecues and shit like that. And it slowly, I think it was Alan Watt, the great researcher, one of my, I would consider him a top 10, came out and said it was slowly replaced with glowing blue hue coming out of, windows at night, because everyone was watching television for hours. And they knew this way back then, and they started with radio, but radio was a little too personal. And what ended up happening is, man, there's so much stuff to cover here. Okay, so let's take the news anchor host, which is now, let's say if it's Fox News, I might have to reshoot this video. I'm sucking shit right now. But the anchor stares at you directly in the eye, okay? And a lot of them are CIA. Anderson Cooper is admittedly CIA. But at bare minimum, these folks are trained in techniques such as NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, which I'm trained in. I trained myself in it because in order to help myself with the fucking Asperger's, to be able to communicate, even though I'm a little jittery right now, but, it's all about eye contact and facial movements and hand signals and all this garbage in order to bring a point home, right? So that kind of stuff. And it's very subtle for those who don't know what it is, but for those who know what it is, you can just see. It's like, oh, wow, that person's trained. So that's why I can see it. It's very easy to see. So what they do on a show, and I like the show, it's called The Five, and they have a bunch of fill-in hosts right now, but what they do is they have this roundtable format, basically, okay? And their topic is, let's say, Russian hacking. There's no evidence of Russian hacking that I've seen. And I've gone to many, many resources. And I know a couple people, and I have an uncle who, let's just say, I can't talk about him that much, but he knows what's going the fuck on because of where he's been and what he's done. And there is zero evidence of Russian hacking. But what they do on these shows is they have this roundtable format, and they just have this conversation between the pretty female hosts and the male hosts, and they all talk about the facts of the Russian hacking. There is no Russian hacking, but what that subcommunicates to Jesus Christ, I'm so bad today. What they subcommunicate to the viewers' subconscious is Russian hacking, Russian hacking, Russian hacking. So they're nailing down the narrative. Even though it doesn't exist, they're just, hammering it into the audience's head, and then that gets other people talking, and it goes onto social media. So, as I made the joke in the chat, here's a good analogy. I would have, if I wanted to fool the general public, I would have a brightly lit set, and I would have 5 people, mixed race and mixed gender, all good looking, like me, and Billy the Kid. What up, Billy? And Juju. I would have those 5 or whatever people having a conversation about how the sky is orange. The sky is orange. And here's why the sky is orange. And, well, it's debatable whether the Canadian sky is orange or whether the sky is orange over Japan, but, we all realize here that since the sky is orange, this is what we have to do about the orange sky. You see what I'm saying? It's a formula. It's weaponized television. And although I like to watch Fox, believe me, I like them. They're light years better than CNN. But it's just so crazy to see this tactic in action. And it was developed, a lot of people don't know this, it was developed by Wilhelm Reich in Nazi Germany and perfected by the son of, oh God, shoot me. See, I have too much crap going through my head. It was perfected by Edward Bernays, who wrote the book Propaganda. So that's what's going on. So you guys just got to be careful when you watch the news. Just like you should be equally careful about eating a piece of, really rare salmon or something. Watch it, enjoy it. It's fun. I love the chats. I'm there all the time. You guys are there all the time. But you have to treat it like, I don't know, when you wipe, use enough toilet paper and then wash your hands. I don't mean to be gross. I'm just trying to come up with horrible analogies. Or I'm trying to come up with good analogies, but they're coming out horrible. It's like if you go on a roller coaster, proceed at your own risk kind of thing. If you're going to go swimming, look out for sharks. Use vaccines sparingly. I mean, I don't know. This is probably the shittiest video I've ever shot, but it's really good because I just kind of reacted to the television, pulled out my phone and shot it, and this is what you get. So I'm not exactly, the world's most competent citizen journalist by any means. And I want to show you that because I think that at least to some degree gives me an edge in terms of authenticity because I don't have an agenda. I thought it, I shot it, you see it. Maybe Juju will air this, maybe she'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with JB? And she won't. Who cares? I'll shoot another one and it'll be really good. Maybe me just playing guitar with the cat or something. Anyway, signing off. I hope you guys enjoy it, and maybe I made some salient points and you guys can talk about it. Peace out, homies.